Rated M for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of the PFC Entertainment Network or any of the affiliates that make this show possible.
This is the Pure Fury Creations Entertainment Network.
From the gridiron to the ball diamonds, from the hardwood to the ice rinks, from the fairways to the octagon and everywhere in between. If it makes headlines, it's fair game on the Sports Reel podcast on the PFC Entertainment Network. And we welcome you to the Sports Reel podcast live on the PFC Entertainment Network. Along with Tim Sheridan and Eric Mendal, I am Jason Clouse. We certainly appreciate you tuning in into what's going to be a jam-packed episode. We have a ton of sports headlines to talk about, stemming from the World Series to this week in the NFL. College football is going to be spotlighted. And I don't know, something of a scandal going on. We're going to get to all that here this week. But before we do, gentlemen, good to see you. How's things in your neck of the woods?
Chilly, but I had chili today, so it's pretty delicious, and it makes me happy that it's that time again. You know, it's one of my favorite foods, and it's kind of hard to eat that in the middle of August when it's 9 degrees out. So happy about that. But you know, you see the shirt I got on, we already know why. So it's a great week. It's a great start to this week. Work went by pretty quick. Stayed busy. Besides, you know, Clifford with Down syndrome to my right, it's going good.
Fuck is wrong with you? Fuck is wrong with you?
I love you. You know I do. I just had to put that in there.
Tim, this guy's a fucking asshole.
I can be, but I love you.
Tim, good to see you, man. How's things with?
Yeah, Jason fucked up with that one.
Must be laundry day or something over at the Sheridan household. Nothing else to wear today, or what?
No. What the fuck's wrong with you guys? Okay, so Jason, this isn't the first time that I've worn Chiefs gear on this fucking podcast. Everybody knows I'm a Chiefs fan, but first and foremost, I'm a Lions fan. But what did not happen this past weekend? The Lions did not play because they were on a bye week, so I'm going to show my number 2 team a little bit of love on this episode and wear a little Chiefs gear because not only do I love the Chiefs, but they fucking won. So I got to show them a little love. Okay. Generally, I'll be down here in Lions gear. So you guys can both just fuck off, stop laughing about my Chiefs gear. Okay. But either way, I've been doing good. It is cold as fuck outside. Let me tell you, the chili was nice to come home to.
It's not that horrible, but it's just going to get colder.
Dude, out on that golf range with the wind at your back, it's 55 and the wind's popping out at probably about 15 miles an hour. I got fucking cold. Okay. Like, needless to say, I don't even know how Chase said he wasn't cold at all, but it must be like that teenage running hot type of thing because that kid never gets fucking cold. He doesn't even wear a winter coat. He just wears a hoodie to school.
Well, and he's also swinging a golf club, so he's constantly moving. You're standing there watching. So he's actually at least moving a little bit. Yeah. He's probably at least hitting, if I had to get 100, 150 balls, if not more or less. I don't know.
I was probably a little less today because they were working on a few things, trying to figure out why he has a tendency to pull balls to the left. I think we got to figure it out today. It's just, he's just closing off the club face. If anybody out there plays golf, you kind of,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So we were trying to remedy that. I think we got it by the end there. But yeah, it's fucking cold. So chili was nice to come home to. Other than that, just the same old. I watched a lot of sports this past weekend. We went to lunch one day for Amy's grandpa's 90th. And then just kind of hung out and watched sports. Kind of stayed in the house because it was kind of cold and shitty out. So we're all good to go though. Yeah. Jason, how have you been?
Good, man. Busy. Staying busy, doing doing some things behind the scenes here at the PFC Network. A couple of announcements I'm getting ready to unveil here. One next week, the week after that. One of which is going to center around this particular program. I am waiting to cross the T's and dot the I's, as they say. Full disclosure, and to peel the curtain back, like we literally had maybe 90 seconds of crosstalk before we came on the air, so I haven't even had a chance to tell you guys anything. But
this is news to me and Tim right now too, so everyone's going to hear about it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's whatever.
But again, like I don't want to pull the cart before the horse. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure that everything is set in place before we make a big announcement. But
you can tell us about it after the show.
Yeah.
Oh, and suspense.
It should be a cool thing here. It actually came down the wire yesterday, or came across my radar yesterday, and through some correspondence here this evening, it's looking pretty favorable. So what you guys and I will discuss it once we're off the air. But for everybody else, stay tuned to our socials for all the latest information on this show and all of our other great shows here on the PFC Entertainment Network. With that, let's start this week with what's going on in the World Series. The Los Angeles Dodgers, the defending champions, at this point have a two games to one lead over the Toronto Blue Jays after a 15-inning marathon last night.
With 18.
18. I apologize.
18. It was nuts.
With a walk-off from Freddie Freeman. Now, I'm going to tell you something.
That's Freddie 2 games in a row he did that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freddie Freeman is low-key becoming a legend. Like, that guy, not just what he's doing now, but you look over the course of his career, whether when he was with Atlanta, now here he is with LA. It's like, man, this guy is low-key a danger each and every time he steps onto the field. It does not matter what is happening. Like, he is clutch. He is the definition of clutch. And even though he's donning a uniform that I don't particularly cheer for, I am a big fan of Freddie Freeman. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but as a baseball ambassador, this guy's top notch in my view.
And he's just got a name that rolls off the tongue like no other.
Yeah, he
really does. Unless I'm like, that's a name that you want to say over the loudspeaker and make people know. But yeah, he's paying more attention to baseball since I became a part of this show, and I'm so grateful that I was able to. Definitely, his name has popped up more than I thought it would. I've never knew him, and it's just popping up more and more. And for him to do that 2 games in a row when they needed it the most is showing that he's the real deal, and he's going to put himself in that Hall of Fame for how he's playing in this World Series.
Yeah, like I said, it's not just what he's doing with LA. He came across my radar when he was with the Atlanta Braves, and not just what he's doing on the field, but this dude has become a locker room leader, much like what we've said that the Detroit Tigers need. Any team that Freddie Freeman has been on, he has been that guy in the locker room. And for me, I can't be overly pissed if the Dodgers wind up winning the World Series this year. Although I'll be straight up, I wouldn't mind seeing the crowning of a new champion this year, albeit the Toronto Blue Jays.
Not going to happen.
To have a guy like Freddie Freeman and Clayton Kershaw for that matter, because this, he's done when this thing's over. To see guys like that really have a legitimate love for the game and they play the game for the right reason. This is what the World Series is all about. And I can't be overly upset if LA wins this. But if anybody is counting out the Blue Jays, don't. Because they have demonstrated time and time again, they're there for a reason. They're not in the World Series by accident. in my view. So
no, 100%. They definitely turned it on when they needed to, and they can turn it on at any moment. And they might be able, if they can steal one in LA and force a game 6. The last 2 are in Toronto, and they might be able to swing that home field advantage. I'm just saying it's harder to win on away, but reality, you've been doing it all year, and this is the moment you're there for. It don't matter where you're playing. You're gonna either you show up or you don't. You can either show up at home or you can show up away.
Well, you got to look at it this way. You bring up Freddie Freeman, how good he's been doing. Dave brought up, he asked if that was the lead singer of Queen. Dave, welcome back to the show, brother. Glad to see you're still around, because we've missed you the last 2 weeks. But if you look at what Freddie Freeman is doing, also look what Shohei Ohtani's doing. He's been going fucking off in this World Series.
He had 4 hits and they walked him all 4 yesterday. He didn't do anything. They literally walked him 4 times.
Look what he did in the game before that, though, when he almost pitched fucking.
Well, yeah.
What was his stats from that game? He pitched that game and hit 3 home runs?
That was the first. That was game 1.
Yeah.
Or no, that was game 2. That was game 2. Yeah.
And he is scheduled to take the mound here tonight. So it's incredible that they played as long as they did last night. And now he's going to be taking the mound here tonight for game 4. Which, real quick, it is October the 28th. It's my son's 17th birthday today, so I wanted to say happy birthday to him real quick. But yeah, the world, Ohtani, we've talked about him at great length here on the program. As recently as last week, we went off onto a sidebar about him, and he's another guy that is just, he has become the face of baseball in a lot of aspects, and the performances he keeps putting out there is the reason why. And I don't know, man, Toronto's dangerous, but LA is, if Toronto is going to win the World Series, it is going to be because they earned that win, and because LA is not here to just make an appearance. They're here to make a statement. And I really appreciate what we're seeing in terms of the Fall Classic this year. This is turning out to be what I hoped it would be, even though the Blue Jays are representing the American League, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, it's a team that didn't make it last year, and it's a team that hasn't won in a while. So that's what I like about it. And I would like to see them get another championship because LA has way more than them. I like the underdog to win, and I think Blue Jays are. Side note, Dave, fuck you. But yeah. Gonna put that in there.
All right.
In that comment, I'm like, I gotta say something to it.
You're gonna be a speed bump there, buddy?
He can go fuck off.
Listen, I was so worried about Dave. I had to go to his Facebook page to make sure he was still posting shit recently, to make sure he was okay, because we have missed him on the program. In relation to that, if you're watching us live on the Facebook feed, there is a link in the live chat. You click that link. It brings you onto the show with us if you want to be a part of the conversation, or you can correspond with us through the traditional chat format. Yeah,
Dave, you want to talk shit, get on the show. Do it to my face. Come on. So how do you think game 4 is going to go, Jason? With him on the mound, how do you think it's going to go after playing 18 innings and he pitched 2 games ago? Do you think LA's overusing him because they want to get this win as fast as possible?
I worry about that. I worry that they're going to call upon him too much, but at the same time, and we talked about this last week about him, this is an exceptional talent. I almost think this dude is robotic. He doesn't seem human. And Ohtani has been one of those guys. He doesn't get into a slump often. And when he has been on, it is very difficult to knock him off path. What's going to make a difference is Toronto's lineup. The first 4 hitters in the lineup. If they can get to him, if they can rattle him, because if somebody was to get a home run off of Ohtani, that will knock him off the rails. It will rattle him. It has happened. Toronto has a very unique opportunity because generally you don't see pitchers this close between outings. So we're going to see what kind of player Shohei Ohtani is. We're going to see how human he is. Or, Eric, he could come out and just mow down the entire lineup for the duration of the game.
That is true, too.
It's so hard to predict. It really, truly is. But
I'm just saying because the most, the one position in baseball that you get the most, you got to keep rotating and find new talent is pitching, because shoulders can only last so long. You can only have so many surgeries.
Right, for sure.
You want a long career, be good at batting and be a great outfielder. You'll have a long career. But if you're a star like him or Screwball and all that's already had 2 surgeries, there's going to be that range where your body's going to break down and you're not going to, your mind will not be ready, but your body will tell you it's done.
Right. 100%. Yep, for sure. Game 4 though, I mean, with it going as long as it did last night, Toronto. It is. But I feel like Toronto has, if I had to pick a favorite going into game 4, just based on analytics, I have to believe the Blue Jays have a slight advantage.
I think so too.
Just because of how Ohtani has been used and what they are expecting him to do tonight. But I'm going to tell you this straight up. If Toronto does not find a way to win tonight, the World Series is going back. It will go to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It ain't over until it's over. It will be hard to win 3 in a row, but it's stranger things has happened.
I mean, I can say that I thought the same thing in Seattle when they went down 2 games and then they came back to win the next, 4.
That's true too.
To clear out that thing. So they have the ability to do it. What they don't have is they don't have Freddie Freeman. They don't have Shohei Ohtani. They don't have Kershaw, and they don't have the Pope.
I knew it's coming. Fucking knew it.
So in the end, they're kind of fucked. While we're on baseball for a second, I wanted to bring up the fact that it came out this week, and I put a post out there about it, that apparently the Tigers are looking to shop Tarek Skubal in the winter meetings.
It's going to happen. If we're already that much more money short of what he wants, there's no point of keeping him. It's
not that we're short of the money that he wants. We're short of the time that we're willing to give him, because the money's right on. He just wants a longer contract. It's from what I'm hearing. We offered him $50 a year, but we only offered it over 5 apparently, from what I'm hearing.
Oh, right.
He wants $50 a year over 10.
Okay.
We talked about this last week, and I just realistically, do you sign a pitcher to a 10-year fucking deal? Jason, would you feel comfortable with that?
We already talked about this.
Yeah.
And I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Shohei Ohtani. I don't care if it was Verlander. I don't care. You do. Yeah. There's too many variables. Eric mentioned it. All it takes is one rough throw, man. You could tear something in your shoulder and you are fucking done. You could blow out your elbow. You got to go have Tommy John surgery. Not everybody rebounds from Tommy John.
He has.
Right. He's had it done twice already.
Yeah. And trying to push it to a third time, eventually you're not going to bounce back the way you bounced back before.
No, there is no shitting way. If I'm an owner, am I signing any pitcher past the 5-year mark? Straight up.
But you know who will? Either the Yankees or the Dodgers.
Yeah, people have no problem
they just have money. Yeah, they have money to throw at people.
Yeah.
Whereas, I think we're a little bit smarter, and I don't want to see him go. Don't get me wrong. I do not want to see Tarek Skubal go, but I'm also not willing, like some people are, because I posted that question online, and my buddy Drew said, just pay him. Just back up the truck and pay him. And it's like, no, that's how you get in fucking trouble. That's how you get stuck in a contract that you can't get out of. 5 years, fine. You know what I mean? He's young. 5 years is fine. 10 years, God, I love Miguel Cabrera. His jersey's hanging right there. But that 10-year contract that we gave him bit us in the ass in the last 3-4 years. You know what I mean? And granted, he retired a Tiger, and that's what, you know, the senior Illich wanted. He wanted Miguel Cabrera to finish his career here, and that's exactly what happened. But in the end, it cost us so much, because at the time when Miguel Cabrera signed that contract, it was a huge contract, even though it was only like $23 million a year at the time. But that was unprecedented. You know what I mean? Right. Nobody was making that kind of money in baseball. Now it's like $50 million a year for any of the sports is like good money. You know what I mean? That's like good money. But where's it going to be in, like, you sign him to that, next, you know, who's the next pitcher coming up that's going to get the freaking $60-70 million a year contract? It's getting out.
It's just going to keep going up. It's just always going to keep going up no matter what. And, you know, it is what it is. And we're not going to get into that discussion because we have a jam-packed show, but
we do. We need to bring that discussion back up, though, as these talks are going on.
Yep. But I my favorite is going to be Toronto tonight. I think they will pull it out. I think they will rattle, you know, Tuhani or whatever the hell his name is. I can't fucking pronounce it.
It's Ohtani.
Okay. Fuck off.
Tuhani,
Ohtani, same fucking thing. But I think they can rattle them tonight, and I think they'll squeeze out a win.
Shohei Tuhani.
It's gonna be a good game.
Put some fucking respect on his name.
Fuck that guy.
And here's the other thing that you know why it's resonating right now is the ratings for this series they're on the cusp. If the longer this thing goes, the higher the television ratings are going up. This is already one of the highest rated World Series in the last 5 years. And who knows why? Is it because there's a new team representing the American League this year? Is it because of the initial interest in how Ohtani and the impending retirement of Clayton Kershaw, Freddie Freeman, we've already mentioned. The ratings, like Fox is extremely happy right now with the TV ratings are. And it's not because there's a lack of sports on television. There's other things going on right now, because even the weekend games are garnering some respectable numbers. Mm-hmm. So this is good, man. This is good for baseball. And so far, what we've seen is a World Series that MLB needed to have. It's not a blowout. We're not on the cusp of a sweep. This is good shit. And I'm excited about it.
People want to see different teams in it. They're sick of seeing the same team. Don't get me wrong. You know, side note, Patriots had a great dynasty. I was sick of seeing them in the Super Bowl every other year, if not every year. It's getting annoying.
That's why people don't like the Chiefs.
Yeah, because they're fucking stupid.
So we're not getting into that right now. Super Bowls. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Who do you think's going to win Game 4, Tim? World Series.
Ohtani on the mound.
He's going to go with the fucking LA because the Pope and all this other bullshit.
Honestly, like Ohtani on the mound, like Ohtani, like, or Showtani or Totani or whatever.
Well, remember, they literally played two games the other night.
No, I get it.
Because they went 18, so 9-9.
And I think you bring up the ratings thing. I think a lot of that has to do with Ohtani because he's a once-in-a-lifetime talent.
That is true, too.
He is becoming bigger than baseball at this point with what he is able to do on the field. And I think that's really what's building that up. And Ohtani's not very old, if I'm not correct.
No, I think he's like mid-20s.
Yeah, he's pretty young, so he's got a lot of career ahead of him. But yeah, I think it's going to be a close one. But the Ohtani on the mound, I'm going to give this one to LA. Is my call for tonight. I think LA wins tonight. They drop one more game and then they finish it off after that. So I think they win Game 4, lose Game 5, finish it Game 6.
I'm gonna call Game 7.
It would be nice to see a Game 7.
There's nothing better than a Game 7 on the line in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the World Series, and probably the NBA Finals too. It's still Game 7. You know, it's basketball, but it's still Game 7. There's still everything's on the line. You've worked this hard to get there. If it's the championship game and it's a Game 7, that game's going to be great no matter what.
Well, that's when you see the players all come out in any of the respective sports, and they give it 100% their all, and they'll go above and beyond because they know it's do or die. You know what I mean? That's the one thing. Well, with the NFL, we brought this up, I think, last week or something, with only one and done. You know, like there's no room for mistakes. You have to play at 110%. So Game 7 is always 110%. You know, you can't just give up a game and, you know, we'll get them next one. You know, there is no more. So yeah, those always make it. Yeah, Ohtani is the biggest thing in baseball since Kevin Costner. I fucking love it, Dave. I love it.
All right, so you're saying Game 6.
I'm
thinking Toronto will force a Game 7. What is your predictions, Jason? What game? How far do you think this will go?
I'm going to go with Game 6 as well.
All right.
I think it's going. I would love for this thing to go to Game 7 because you can't match the drama of that. Much like what you were saying. Especially with something like the World Series. But I really do see this thing getting wrapped up in 6 games. I do think LA is going to wind up winning this thing in 6 games. Okay. But Toronto, you know, it's they're going to make it a series. There's
maybe they can wrap it up in 6 though. Maybe they win tonight. They win the next 2. If it's good, you never know.
They really could. We've seen crazier shit happen.
I know. Tim's wearing a Chiefs jersey. That's all I'm saying.
That's not fucking crazy. It's not the first time. I have a fucking Chiefs jersey sitting right behind me on my wall. For
that spot just doesn't exist to me.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm a Chiefs fan?
I know you are. Just like fucking
fucking over with. Best fucking football team in the last fucking 7-8 years.
How are these Red Wings doing? Let's get into that.
Yeah, get into your fucking hockey shit so I can go take a piss.
Because I know they lost the last. Hey, at least it's a better sport than golf. Fuck golf. He's gonna come back.
Now you got fighting words, motherfucker.
Go take your piss. All right. I pissed her in your golf stuff. You pissed her in this hockey stuff.
I enjoy hockey too, but I really have to pee. Good. Like I was outside in the cold and I was chugging water. Like
you're good.
I gotta get, and then I just slammed 3 beers.
You're good.
So I will be.
We'll still be
back
on it.
In a moment.
Still be on it.
Get on hockey.
So I know because we talked about this Red Wings schedule last week. They lost 2, and then they won at home against the Blues, and a very impressive win because they were down 4-0 and came back. So I don't know what happened to the last 2 when they. I know they lost to the Islanders like 2-7. That was bad. That was really bad. Then I can't remember who else they played and who they lost to.
All right, hang on a second, and I will pull that up here.
If I'm trying to remember correctly, I don't think it was the Oilers because they beat the Oilers.
Of course, this is going to give me See, this is what drives me crazy about these goddamn websites is the pop-up ads, man. Like they drive me nuts. All right, let me hang on. All right. Okay, last Wednesday they lost to Buffalo 4-2.
Buffalo, that was it. Yep.
Thursday they lost to the Islanders 7-7.
Yeah, they got their ass kicked.
Saturday they won against St. Louis 6-4.
Yeah, and they came back from down 4-0.
Right.
Like that was a huge win, and now they should be playing the Blues again tonight at 8.
Oh, well, it's funny enough, Eric, because as you know, I do have a graphic. I went to their website and pulled up the week ahead for both the Pistons and the Red Wings. So yeah, I think tonight is it tonight? I don't know, but starting after tonight. The 30th, they're in LA. So they're on the West Coast this coming week. LA Knights, LA Kings, LA Knights are wrestlers.
Yes, today, the Red Wings play the St. Louis Blues at 8:15.
Okay.
So they must be in St. Louis, which is a little bit later start time.
Yep, they are. Now that I'm looking at this.
Yep, so they play St. Louis tonight at 8, and I think you came back 4-0. I think you can win that game. So then you got LA Kings, that's going to be a tough one. You got the Ducks, they're always tough. The Sharks they don't have an easy schedule the next 5 games, including today.
Right.
But you also beat the Stanley Cup champions, and you also beat the runner-up.
Yep.
So it just depends on what, I don't want to say it already, but it depends on what Wings team shows up. But if they can start like the way they did the first 5 games, they'll be just fine.
We said this last week. The Red Wings, that I know we're very early into the season.
Mm-hmm. Who said I need more Lions jerseys? Hold on a second here. Here we go. I got a golf right here. We can go down this line. You want to see it?
What the fuck are we doing right now?
Hold on.
But it's just, so we got to worry about. We're just going to ignore this right now. He's fucking.
We got an Aiden Hutchinson.
Fucking Down syndrome fucking Clifford's getting at it right now.
We got a St. Brown. I just want to make it fully aware that I have Lions jerseys.
But I think this coach, the new coach the coach that we hired last year, is still trying to figure out what he wants to do. And I think Eisman's starting to, I think they're communicating a lot and they're going to try to figure it out. And I think Eisman's really helping out more. But I think he's just going to make more trades and all that and get them to where they need to be. I think he's really trying to feel out the lines and who meshes well together, because that's a lot about hockey. Is those 5 players on the ice need to mesh well together, and if they don't, it's not going to work.
Man, we have seen that throughout the recent
our lives with the Red Wings. Most of our lives, the Red Wings were great and they were a dynasty. That's because all the lines that they had, all the players meshed well together, and we had a Russian 5 at one point. You had 5 Russians on the ice. There's no way anyone's going to beat that line. No way. They're just communication and knowledge of the game is just a different level when you have 5 Russians on the ice at once.
We had the Russian 5. We had the grind line. You have a line out there that garners its own nickname and identity, that when you've got lightning in a bottle. Yeah. And that's what led the Detroit Red Wings to that whole era of success, that 25-year run where they were making it wasn't a matter of if they were making the playoffs. It was a matter of were they going to be. Yeah. We got Stanley Cup championships out of that era. You had the Magic Man, you had Zetterberg, you had Yzerman, you had Lindstrom. We can go down the line of that team, but what it comes down to is I think that coach is trying to find those players to put together so he can get that, so he can continue getting wins going up, getting points and all that. Even if you go in overtime, you still get a point. So I think he's really trying to figure out who he wants to put together. 100%. And once you figure that out, we're like right now, as we sit here with 9 games into the season, the Red Wings are in second place. They have 12 points behind Montreal's 14. Now, when you are that close to Montreal at this point, and the way, especially coming back, from a 4-0 hole, that's what it was. It wasn't even a deficit. You were in a hole. Yeah. And to be able to come back and beat a team after being down 4-0, the Detroit Red Wings at this point they're showing fire, man. And we can't really say that in the last handful of years. There was something missing. There wasn't a whole lot to get behind other than the fact that they were our home team.
And you had Yzerman come back. So those 2 things, and that was it, but there wasn't a lot on the ice.
Right. But even then he started to get a little bit of heat because our fan base, Red Wings fan base, they want answers now. They want it all right now. There is no patience, and I understand that because this is hockey town. And when you are labeled hockey town, there is a level of expectation. I asked you a number of weeks ago, can we honestly still say that Detroit, Michigan is still hockey town in the National Hockey League? You emphatically said absolutely. Who else would it be? There hasn't been that lockdown dynasty in the NHL. And I could see that. My argument was, man, with the way the Red Wings have been playing and they haven't made the playoffs in quite some time, how can we?
10 years coming up. Be 10 years coming up.
But now we're starting to see that same fire that made this team, this city, truly hockey town. And the key thing is the rest of the National Hockey League is taking notice, not just the players on the ice, but the insiders, the reporters, the ones who are fixated and all they cover is the NHL. They're now starting to take the Red Wings very seriously. And that tells me we are on the precipice of something special this season.
100%. And they're putting it together, and I think they're starting to do it at the right time. Yes, we're on a 9-year drought of not making the playoffs, not really having anything to be excited for in Hockey Town, but
last year we came awfully close.
We came pretty close.
You know
yes,
what I mean?
we did.
It was
very close.
It was a fight to the end to try to get to that point. And I thought they were going to do it last year. That's why I said at the beginning of this year, before it all started, that I think this is going to be a playoff.
Yeah, they'll make it this year. And let me put it this way: when you think of one of the greatest hockey players in the world, who's the first one that pops in your head? I don't even if fucking someone said something about me, I don't even want to read it right now.
No one said anything. I mean, hold on, smile.
No.
Let's see if they said something about you. How many teeth are you missing?
No, one.
One? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had a baby tooth until I was 26. And then there was no tooth under it. Fell out, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to put a crown in there. I don't give a shit. But greatest hockey player ever. Who's the first one that pops in your head?
Gretzky.
All time?
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky.
Okay. Well, that's where I'm different. Gordie Howe pops in my head.
See, he would be my number 2.
So I can agree. Gretzky's number 1, but then at least Gordie Howe, where did he play his whole career? Detroit.
Scott just brought up a good point right there, if you want to highlight that.
Since hockey put in a salary cap, hockey has become a parody. No one has figured out how to go on a run and dominate, it seems. Yeah.
That's true, because they don't make a lot of money. I think the highest player is McDavis, and he makes $12 million.
Yeah, I mean, compared to all the other sports, even all the other major sports besides curling, like they're probably the next least.
Fucking Clifford. But yeah, so
that you can spit that shit out with a straight face just kills me, man.
Because I'm being serious.
Pisses me off.
You know how much skill it takes to be a professional curler?
We have a lot to jam into this fucking episode. Stop sidetracking us, you fucker.
We need to finish up with hockey here real quick
and
move on to college. Eric do college football.
No, we got basketball first.
Basketball. Oh yeah, fuck. We're gonna we'll have to cover more into the basketball also as more comes out, but we'll touch on a little bit this week.
I don't know. I think the Red Wings can win tonight because you go down 4-0 against them and you come back and you win that. It's a lot of momentum you're taking into the next game. And I think, the next 5 games, I think they can win at least 3 out of the next 5, if not more.
Let me take a look real quick just to see where some of these teams are at in terms of their opponents this week. Because like we said, they are on the West Coast primarily, aside from being in St. Louis here tonight. Mm-hmm. Las Vegas, the Golden Knights. I'm looking at just the conference as a whole, not their divisions. Okay. The Golden Knights are in 3rd place right now with 13 points.
Okay.
The Kings are in 7th place with 11 points.
So that's a team you should be able to beat.
Yep. Anaheim, 9 points. Another very winnable game. And San Jose, 6 points. Another winnable game.
So reality, there's 4 games you should be able to win. The only one that's really going to be tough is the Golden Knights.
Yeah. 100%. But that's not to say that the Wings don't have the work cut out for them, because especially with LA, the LA Kings are a dangerous team. The Golden Knights, obviously. You can't. Any team can be beaten on any given night. That goes across the board primarily. Mm-hmm. Maybe not so much in football, although as we will get into, there was a fair share of upsets in week 8. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But
pissed me off.
Yeah, the Red Wings have an opportunity to make a statement against the Western Conference.
You have a chance to close that gap with Montreal very quickly.
Right.
If you can get after the LA Kings, those three teams, you're in the NHL. You're in the NHL for a reason. There's great players there, but with your coaching and the players you got and the way you're playing right now, there's no reason. The only team I'm worried about is the LA Kings. But like you said, any given night, someone can lose.
Yep, for sure.
These Pistons.
Well, the Detroit Pistons are maintaining some degree of success coming out of last week, going into next week. They are, at this point in the Eastern Conference, they are in 8th place in the entire Eastern Conference, 4th in the Central. They are, let's see. Right now they're 2-2. They're at 5.
They're 500 right now.
Yeah. Cade Cunningham had a remarkable showing the other night doing Cade, things. That was the headline that I had read. I'll be straight up. I haven't been able to watch a whole lot of Pistons live, but I do check out the reports. I do see the highlights. So I don't have a whole lot of reference points in terms of seeing what they're doing from start to finish. You know what I mean? But
just to let you know, I've noticed they've been on Peacock a lot.
Yeah.
So you have to almost have Peacock now to watch the Pistons play.
Yep. Unless you got cable, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I don't even want to get into the whole cable thing.
We're not getting into that stuff right now, but
shit pisses me off. But that's it, me. The Pistons have their work cut out for them. I'll pull that graphic up again to see what their week looks like. Tomorrow they will be at home to play the Orlando Magic. And then
that's going to be a tough game.
It is. The Dallas Mavericks will be coming to town on the 1st before they start a road trip that will start in Memphis to play the Grizzlies. Memphis, I don't really worry about them too much, but again,
I worry about more of them over the Mavericks. The Mavericks ain't that good this year. After trading Luka and everything, they have not done. Yeah, they're not playing too hot right now.
I'm with you on that, but there's something that tells me that there's something in the works in Dallas that
probably.
Why?
Mark Cuban always has something up his fucking sleeve.
That's it right there.
He's on Shark Tank for a reason. He's a shark for
Yeah, for sure. My friend Ronnie is on here. Turnovers are still killing the Pistons. That's the one thing that I have seen in every report that I have read or every recap that I have seen is the turnovers. They've got to tighten this shit up.
Okay, we got to give them some slack. They're 2-2, so they're still 500. Season just started. Basketball as a whole, that is 100% momentum, and you just got to slow it down. You control the ball. You control where 9 other people go. Slow it down. Slow it down. Set up what you need to set up. Set up your pick and rolls. Do what you need to do. So you need to tighten up those turnovers, and then you can do something.
All right. And looking at the NBA overall right now, the Chicago Bulls, the Philadelphia 76ers are at the top of the Eastern Conference. Over on the western side of things, undefeated, the San Antonio Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder, both at 4-0. 3 teams at this point have yet to win a game here in the early goings of the NBA season, that being the Indiana Pacers, Brooklyn Nets, and the New Orleans Pelicans.
What a dumb fucking name.
Yeah, I have my feelings about the whole Pelican franchise.
I like it.
Do you?
You would.
I just said it because Tim doesn't like it. Got to disagree with him on everything.
Well, I figure it's coming from a Michigan fan, but be that as it may.
Hey, I got another year of bragging rights, so shut the fuck up.
How many days has it been, Eric, since they beat the Buckeyes?
Unfortunately, he's got to look it up on his phone, so he's not as big of a fan as we thought he was, because usually he came prepared for this shit. And he'd split it out fucking 20 times.
I hear fucking Down syndrome Clifford talking shit, but I can't make it
why
out.
He's bringing that up. Did you have more to fill in on the... Oh, no, you brought that up. Do we want to touch on anything this week?
2,159 days, Tim. That's how many days that the Buckeyes have not beat the Michigan Wolverines.
All right, so while we're still in the NBA real quick, I want to touch on the scandal that's kind of going on. And I know we're not going to get deep into it on this episode because I think as the weeks go on, it's going to get a little bit deeper.
Well, last I seen, Chauncey Billups got fired.
Yeah, Chauncey Billups is fired. Yep. There's, I think, a lot more sports names are going to be coming out in this, and I don't think it's going to be relegated just to the NBA. I think there's an NFL player who recently got brought up in this also.
Really? Wow.
Was it Antonio Gates?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
So a retired NFL player.
Retired NFL player.
Okay, I thought it was like one playing right now.
So far, there's only been one active player in any sport that's been brought up, and that's the one out of, what was his name? I can't remember his name. I should have had this all right now, but I know we weren't going to go too deep into it today because we're on a shorter schedule.
The fact of the matter, and this is what we'll say about this, and we'll wait till next week to do a deeper dive because, like you just said, this is going to wind up going beyond the NBA. It focused on the NBA to start with because you had active people involved, Chauncey Billups being one of them.
Which hits us Detroit fans real hard.
Huge.
Bring him to Detroit. Bring him back. Come on. Now we need to bring him as a coach. Yeah. When he's good to come back, bring him back. We'll go to his house and play poker games. We'll lose.
At this point, they're considering taking him out of the Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
It is that serious.
Okay.
They are this whole thing and the ties with the mafia, and you got stupid fucking people who made stupid fucking choices here, and why they thought they could get away with it is beyond me. But I feel like there's going to be some of these names that are going to pop up that are affiliated either directly or indirectly. That we're going to be sitting here a week or two from now, dumbfounded. And
we've had that already. The indirect part with LeBron James.
Yeah,
I mean, he wasn't direct, but indirectly, his name has been brought up because people found out that he wasn't going to be starting games that weren't announced yet, and they made massive bets because of one of his buddies who was a former player. We're
going to see NFL names. We've already seen one.
A lot of names. You're going to see a lot of names popping up.
Yeah. This is the very tip of the iceberg, and now the government is involved.
Oh yeah, the head of FBI did a press conference on all of it.
Yeah. But now the government is wanting officials from NBA to come in and testify. What did you know? What did you do? How did you investigate this? And, when you get the government, when something like this comes across the government's radar and they're starting to call people in and wanting to know answers, we're going to be, this is going to completely reshape a lot of the internal workings of how these professional sports organizations are run. I mean, 100%. It is going to be deep, and that's all we'll say about it this week.
That's what we can wrap up on that.
Yeah. So you guys want to lead into this college football before we get into the NFL?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about college football.
And how State happened. I think State lost this week, didn't they?
They did.
This past week?
They did. You just want to bring up me and Dick to Jason?
I'll go ahead and say it. The University of Michigan soundly defeated the Michigan State Spartans on Saturday.
It was a great game.
Well, sure.
I will say when I was watching it, when it was still close in the score, it's a couple times when State had some good plays, and I'm like, man, they're going to take the momentum. And I'm like, this is usually what happens it don't matter. It don't matter who's ranked, what you're ranked. Michigan State, that's always a tough game. It's always a tough fought game. And that's what my concern was. I'm like, it don't matter. Michigan on paper looks like the better team, but this has happened before where we went into East Lansing and we've lost because you took them too lightly. And, you know, what everyone thinks Michigan State has, little brother punched us in the mouth and they won. Not saying they are, but they are this year. But it is like that game you can't take light no matter what. Ranked or not ranked, who's on the other side. That game is always tough. Always.
That is the game that State usually shows up for. That's what they
100%
goes on in the games leading up to rivalry week. Michigan State brings their A game against Michigan.
Question for you.
Yeah.
The coach they had before that they had to let go because that scandal went. I can't remember his name. Mike something?
Oh, yeah. Mel. Yes, I know.
You know who I'm talking about. If he was still the coach, you think the last 2 years would have been different?
Yes.
I do too. I think it would have been a split. I think we would have won last year. I think we'd have lost this year.
I was so disappointed when all that shit went down.
Yeah, that was the best thing for State. That coach was great. He could have brought State, I don't know, to a national championship, but pretty damn close. They would have been contenders every year.
Yeah, that's it. At bare minimum, they would have been contenders. They would have been favorites in the Big Ten. They would not have had the stigma.
Drought.
Yeah.
They're stuck back in.
That was the dude that program needed after the departure of Mark D'Antonio.
Now, do you think now recently with LSU firing Kelly, do you think State interviews him?
I think they should.
I 100% think they should. They fired him at LSU when he was 8. Like what's their record this year? He had a winning record, but he lost Saturday to Texas A&M. That's number 4, which is a very, very good team this year, which I think can give Alabama a very good run for the SCE title. Fuck, I can't say that. SEC. Yep, there it is. Fuck, God dang it. But I think that you lost to a Texas A&M team that's very talented this year.
Right.
So it's like I don't think you should have fired him. That's my opinion. But also, he's still a great coach. He's coached. I think if Michigan State's smart, they will interview him and see. I'd bring him in.
The problem with college is that like
the NILs and all that now
on top of the NILs, but also like there's not enough room for errors and losses. You know what I mean?
No, there's not. But
you pretty much, unless you go undefeated, you're pretty much. No,
there's only 2 teams undefeated.
Well, I know that.
Okay,
but
there's like 5.
You know what I mean? But yes. Unless you pretty much almost go undefeated, you're pretty much considered a failure in college. Really, realistically, like you have to have a fucking standout, superb team that doesn't lose. I mean,
you ask any Buckeye from last year that won the championship, they say, "Would you rather win the national championship or beat Michigan?" They said beat Michigan. Yeah. So even though they won the national championship, they lost to the team up north. That is still a failed season to them.
And that's
one loss. Yeah, it's that big of a rival. It's that like last year, Michigan should have got stomped. I thought it was going to happen. I'm like, it's over. All after the national championship, everyone left. I'm like, there's no way. And somehow, because it's that rivalry game, it's just different. It's right. Just different in college. That's the thing. Like rivals in the NFL, they're getting bigger. Like it's there, but it still
doesn't matter unless you win.
Okay,
a Super Bowl.
So like look at the Chiefs and the Raiders.
Yeah,
they always play each other tough, but usually the Chiefs blow them out.
Yeah.
It's always very chippy on the field and all that. They didn't
play each other tough the week before.
No, but I'm just saying there's usually one week where it's a tough game. But it's like if in college, like those games are always a toss-up. You don't know who's going to show up, what's going to happen.
Well, honestly, in college, the only games that really matter are the ranked teams that you play anyway. So if you lose enough games against ranked teams, because obviously you're going to have those matchups to where Michigan plays like Eastern. You know what I mean? It's not like
they only play the easier games in the beginning of the season. Then after it gets into conference play, it's all every week matters.
Yeah, it all matters, but losses add up a lot quicker. I mean, negatively quicker than what they do in the NFL. Like you can have a team that goes fucking 9-8 in the NFL and win a fucking Super Bowl. Like you go 9-8, or pretty much along the lines that line. If you go just above 500 in college, you're not even fucking going to the postseason.
Well,
I know they have a new postseason structure.
It's a 12-man team and all that, but it's also there's so many bowls nowadays. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, but
there's a Buffalo Wild Wings bowl.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of those bowls. If you listen to those guys, a lot of those bowls don't mean shit.
No, they don't.
It's just to get more TV viewers.
It is, and it's stupid. Like back when I was growing up, the bowls meant something. There were so many. That was it. You lost. You're done. That's what it should be. There shouldn't be a Buffalo Wild Wing bowl, a fucking this bowl, or that bowl, and it's ridiculous nowadays, in my opinion. But it is all about TV time.
Fuck, one day we're gonna have a sports reel bowl,
probably. But I don't know. Can you pull up or go through the top 10 again?
Yes, stand by.
We won't go through the top 25 because that's too many freaking teams. And, after the top, go through the top 12 because that's what really matters, who will make the playoffs right now if it were to happen.
So do you like the new structure of the playoffs compared to what it's been in the past?
Yes and no, because you get, number 12 playing. I seen the seeding would play number 5 Georgia, and that's number 12 Memphis versus Georgia. Georgia's going to fucking run them over.
Well, yeah, that's a seeding in any sport. Actually,
yeah,
if you go to the NFL,
and I get it.
The number 12 versus the number 2.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just like, it gives more teams a chance. So I do like it. So go through the top 12 to 1, Sir Jason.
Okay, at 12 is Notre Dame, Miami, BYU, Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, Oregon, Georgia, Alabama, Texas A&M, which moved up to 3.
Yep.
Indiana still at number 2, and Ohio State at number 1.
I cannot wait to see Ohio State and Indiana play because I think that's going to be a hell of a fucking game. That will be a game I probably watch from start to finish. Because Indiana, I love that they're making noise in the Big Ten and they're an actual competitor for the national championship. Because like what I remember is that the big teams were Michigan, Ohio State, you had Penn State, Iowa was always okay. There's only like 3 or 4 decent teams in the Big Ten. I like that more are making noise now. Do I like that we added USC, UCLA, Washington, and Oregon? Not really, because they're on the west side of the west side of the country. Like I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I liked how the Big Ten was, but it is what it is. People want to join either the Big Ten or the SEC. So It is what it is. It's done and over with, but I cannot wait to see Indiana and Ohio State play because that's going to be one hell of a game, I think. And I really think if anyone has a chance to beat Ohio State, it's Indiana.
I would agree with that.
Because they're playing lights out. I think they put up 56 points against UCLA last week. Like that's ridiculous.
Really is. It's cool to see somebody come in from, I don't want to say from underneath, but who would have
a different team.
Who would have thought it was going to be the Indiana Hoosiers? I mean, they're known for basketball. They're a basketball.
Exactly.
So to see them, ranked number 2 in the country for football is like, if you're a
coach,
you better be shitting your pants a little bit. You better not be overlooking this.
It's the era of the NIL.
It is. It literally is. You have a great coach.
Yeah. And whoever has enough money to spend can get all the good players.
Yes, but also there's so much talent out there nowadays.
Yeah. So
it's like you just get, it just makes it more interesting in my opinion, and I think it's helping out, but it's going to be good and bad for the game. There's always pros and cons.
For sure.
Well, let's
boys, we need to enter into the NFL.
Let's get into the pros and cons of the NFL so we can get through these stats. And
real quick, Jason.
Yes, sir.
I know we covered it before the show because Jason had to know, but let's go over.
Eric had to know, not Jason. Yeah, Jason already knew because he kept
the beer is catching up to me. The beer is catching up to me. You guys are blending into one.
I think the stuff
one just has more hair.
All right. In terms of our picks from last week's action in the National Football League, Tim went 8-5.
Damn, that was my worst week yet.
Eric went 8-5.
I could have went more if I was fucking smart. If I would have, go ahead. Sorry.
And I went 6-7. So overall, Tim is at 79-42, and Eric and I are now tied at 68-52. So this is where we're at.
If my dumbass would have picked the Commanders last night, I would have went 10-5.
How could you pick the Commanders?
Because I thought they would have had Jaden Daniels, and I was like, they're
It
going to
doesn't
upset
fucking
him.
matter.
Then the next day, I seen Jaden Daniels is out for the Chiefs. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
In a few minutes here, I'll get to why you should never pick against the Kansas City Chiefs because Mahomes.
All right, come on, Clifford. Let's get to the stats.
Stop
Clifford.
calling me fucking Clifford. My name is Tim. Put some respect on the name, motherfucker. I mean, Clifford's not a bad name.
It's not. It's a known dog.
Just
man.
fuck off.
Yeah, I'm calling you a dog.
Oh my God.
Dog, we should have left outside.
I want to cover some games here real quick to go down the stats. Chargers 37, Vikings 10. I think did I pick the Chargers last week?
We all picked the Chargers, but they're at home.
Yeah, we all picked the Chargers. But it was a blowout. Herbert, 227 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Vidal, 117 rushing, 1 touchdown. McConkney, 88 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Compared to the Vikings, which really didn't do much shit, really. Wentz, 144 yards passing, 1 touchdown, which he actually went down hurt in this game. He finished the game, but
he's getting shoulder surgery too.
Yeah, he's getting shoulder, like he's done for the year.
Yep.
So hopefully McCarthy can come back for them here real soon.
He's going to come back for Detroit.
Yeah, but it's good for us because I'm not a believer in McCarthy. I've said that a million times.
But also, he's never lost a game in Michigan, so
yeah, well,
we'll see how that goes. But continue with your stats.
This first one, Scott, 16 yards rushing, 16 yards. That was their leading rusher, 16 yards.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Justin Jefferson, 74 yards receiving, no touchdowns. Rough game for the Vikings.
He has not scored since week 1.
Yeah.
That's not like Jay Jettas at all.
No, not at all. He's probably the best wide receiver in the league.
Second best, but yeah.
I mean, he's up there. Who you gonna put?
I think Jamar Chase is better than him, and I honestly, the way Justin Jefferson's having his this year, St. Brown, I think at the end of the year people will put him above him.
Well, probably for the year, but it all comes down. Sometimes the number ones end up getting the short staff because they get double teamed all the time, and then
that is true too. That's true too.
And that's with the Lions. There's so many weapons on that team. You can't get to fucking double cover everybody.
That's true.
So somebody's always gonna have a standout week. Anyways, Dolphins 34, Falcons 10.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Yeah, Dolphins came out, whooped some fucking ass this week.
They did.
Yeah,
they looked like
because we all picked Atlanta.
Yep.
It's like,
and you thought about Miami too, I think last week.
I did too. Yep. I'm like, God damn it. Should have just went.
But the Falcons have been playing so good this year. But they put Cousins in.
I think Bijan ran. Well, that's because Penix was hurt, but I think Bijan only had 17 rushing yards.
Oh, I guess at 25.
25.
I'll get to that here in a second.
Nothing, but
Tua, 205 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Etchain.
Did you say 4 touchdowns?
4 touchdowns.
Wow. Okay. Did not know. That.
67 yards rushing. Waddle, 99 yards, 90 yards, 90. Beer. I blame it on beer. 99 yards receiving, 1 touchdown compared to Cousins, 173 yards passing. Bijan Robinson, 25 yards rushing.
That's ridiculous.
And Pitts, 59 yards receiving. None of those got a touchdown. So I'm imagining a backup running, or not a second.
I think it was 3 to something. Like it was a blowout.
Yeah. Let's get to the next one that I think we probably. What did we all bet on this one? Ravens 30, 16 Bears.
I think I picked the Ravens.
Tim and Eric went with Baltimore. For the first time this season, probably for the last time too, I picked Chicago.
And this is Baltimore without Lamar.
Yeah, they look really good without Lamar.
Yeah, so well, they haven't this whole season.
No, they haven't. But they also got Roquan Smith back as their stud linebacker, so that probably helped out.
Bears shit the bed pretty much. Huntley, 186 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry had an up game for him. It was 71 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
He hasn't really broke the 50-yard mark in quite a few fucking weeks. That's like week 1.
Yeah.
And then Zay Flowers, 63 yards receiving. Compared to the Bears, Caleb went for 285 passing, no touchdowns. That's pretty respectable, though. Swift, 45 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. So they actually slowed down that run game.
Mm-hmm.
And Odunze, 114 yards receiving. Not a good showing for the Bears. They've been real hot. You know, they lost 2 and they came out, won the next 4, and then lost this one against the team that the Lions beat the shit out of. So, and that was, you know, the Ravens with Lamar that the Lions beat the shit out of.
It's true.
So Bears, you know, they had a pretty favorable, you know.
People were definitely counting them in for that win because they didn't have Lamar and the Bears been playing hot.
Mark, I was surprised by the Green Bay part, but not the KC part. I just have to point that out there. Like, I knew KC was going to come around once they got some receivers back. Like, they started out the season with no receivers, and now they got them all back.
Continue.
I'll get to that game in a minute. Next game, Bills 40, Panthers 9. I think Jason got this game wrong.
Yeah, I did.
He picked his Carolina Panthers, and the Bills came out and just dominated.
Now, granted, I have to tell you, Panthers have been doing pretty good this year.
They have.
But they're not on the level of Josh Allen and the Bills there, buddy.
It wasn't even really Josh Allen this game. I don't know who it was.
No, I'll tell you, because Josh Allen didn't do a whole lot in this game, and I know this.
He had 3 touchdowns, but he did not do.
He had
2 rushing and 1 passing.
Yeah. But I had to hear this from the wife because she has Josh Allen in fantasy, and I ended up beating her this week, and she was pretty upset with me this morning, and she wouldn't talk to me for about 20 minutes. Josh Allen, 163 yards passing, 1 touchdown. I think you said he had 2 rushing touchdowns.
He did have 2 rushing.
Cook, 216 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns.
And he broke like a 70-yard run.
Yeah, Cook went fucking off this week.
He fucking just took off. And it was nuts.
Shakir, 88 yards receiving, 1 touchdown compared to the Panthers. They started Andy Dalton.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. 175 yards passing. Dowdle, 54 yards rushing, and McMillan, 99 yards receiving. I'm taking it the 9 came from 3 field goals, I imagine.
Yep.
But yeah, they pretty much got stomped this week.
And then I heard the Panthers named Dowdle their starting running back.
He's actually been doing pretty well this year.
Yep, so, they put him over Chubba Hubba.
Yeah. Move on to the next one. Aaron Glenn and the New York Jets finally got a win.
And we all picked the Bengals.
Because Flacco's been looking so good.
And they were looking good, but then the Jets turned it on when they needed to, and they won.
I mean, Flacco had a good game.
He did.
That offense scored 38 points.
Like 265 yards or something?
Close. I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Jets, 39 over the Bengals, 38.
Yep.
Fields, 244 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Hall, 133 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Johnson, 64 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Compared to the old Bengals, Flacco went for 223 yards passing, 1 touchdown.
So
that makes sense, Scott. Yeah, I didn't know why.
But now it makes more sense.
But it makes more sense.
But okay, continue.
P. Ryan of Kansas City fame. I mean, we had him for a while. Went for 94 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. And then Jamar Chase, 91 yards receiving, no touchdowns.
Nope.
So yeah, I mean the Bengals had a good week. They just got outplayed. But I heard there was a bad call. I did not watch this game.
I didn't watch the game either.
I heard there was some kind of weird shit that happened at the end of this game that caused the Jets to win this thing. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look because the Jets don't deserve to win.
Okay.
Aaron Glenn needs to just get fired and go be a defensive coordinator somewhere. Because obviously he hasn't proven to be a very good.
But I would rather like him to be a head coach than Ben Johnson.
Oh, the only reason you're saying that is because, and the same reason why I fucking despise Ben Johnson right now is because he went to
Chicago.
He went to Chicago.
Yeah, he could have went to any other team, but I just hate Chicago.
If he would have went to the Jets, I would have rooted for him because I have been rooting for Aaron Glenn because he did not go to a divisional fucking rival.
He went to
that's right across Lake Michigan, and fuck him. Anyways, next game. Eagles 38, Giants 20. I picked this game correctly.
No, you didn't. You picked the Giants at first, and then Jason opened his fucking mouth because he said it was in Philly.
I even had it right. Oh shit!
Yeah, you chose. We can see it. You cross it out. You chose the Giants because you thought.
Well, I also didn't realize that Scadaboo was going to fucking twist his ankle around 180 degrees.
He dislocated his ankle. Yeah,
his foot was going to be facing the other direction.
You didn't realize that. You picked the Giants at first, then you changed it because then you realized it was at Philly because Jason opened his mouth.
I made a good fucking choice.
Yeah, you fucking
because the Eagles were 38, Giants were 20. Hurts 179 yard passing, 4 touchdowns. Which I do have to say, I did watch this game. And this tush push is getting a little out of fucking hand because the Giants did stop it. They ripped it out of his fucking hands. It should have been a fumble and recovered by the Giants. And then if that would have actually happened, instead they said he was down. Forward progress was stopped, even though I never heard a fucking whistle. So they're cheating for the fucking Philly now. I don't fucking get it, because if that would have happened, Cam Scatterbo would not be fucking hurt right now, because that happened almost directly. Like, I don't know, fucking Barkley, 150 yards rushing, one touchdown.
They finally got Barkley back. He has not broke over 100 at all this year.
Yeah, like he finally had a good fucking game. Smith, 84 yards receiving compared to the Giants.
Well, they also had Brown out, so they had to go somewhere else. So that was Barkley and Smith.
Yeah. Jackson Dart, 193 yards passing, one touchdown. Tracy Jr., 39 yards rushing, and Robinson, 48 yards receiving. Now, I didn't get the stats from Scatterbo, but I do know that he ended up with a touchdown and some yards, and that
he did not put a touchdown. Yes,
he just was not the leading rusher before he ended up getting hurt.
Very bad hurt too.
I mean, that sucks because that guy's wild. He was fun to watch.
Yeah, he just loved contact. He would run into it. It was nuts, but that's what happens when you play this game.
Did you guys see pictures of that?
Oh yeah, his ankle was sideways. His ankle was supposed to be like this. It was like that.
Like he went right in that night for surgery. Like I feel bad for the guy because he was having a really good rookie season.
He was.
And like it just got halted. Like he's done for the year.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully everything heals fine and he'll be able to come back next year and repeat that. But that sucked. And then that's the thing that sucks about the NFL this year. There's been so many big fucking injuries.
Oh yeah.
Like we're kind of riding off all these injuries, and it's making it hard. Especially when you play fantasy, because it's like every other fucking week somebody's injured and you have to fucking try to trade away for somebody else. Anyways, next game. This one I think I got wrong. Definitely. It was Denver 44, Dallas 24.
Yeah, you picked Dallas.
I did pick Dallas because they've been playing hot. Denver whooped their fucking ass.
Yeah, it's Denver, dude. Sean Payton's got that team humming. Denver's going to be tough in the postseason for anybody who plays them.
I picked Dallas too for the first time.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you're the only one that picked Denver?
I'm the only one that stuck with Denver because I knew Bo Nix would come out and whoop some ass.
God, if you'd have just picked Philly or KC.
I did pick Philly.
Oh, no, if you would have picked KC.
Yeah, if I'd picked KC, I would have gained the game on you.
Yeah. Denver 44, Dallas 24, Bo Nix, 247 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Dobbins, 111 yards rushing, and Franklin, 89 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns compared to Dallas. Not the offensive the offensive stats that we've been seeing lately. Dak only went for 188 passing. Williams, 47 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and Pickens, 78 yards receiving. So
also Dallas went up against a really good defense.
Yeah, I mean, Denver arguably has
one of the best defenses in the league.
One of the, I'd say, top 3 defenses in the league.
Yes.
Their defense is tough. But their output on offense has been so strong. That's why I ended up picking them. I'll start thinking of that. Next game, pretty easy to call. Colts 38, Titans 14. I think we probably all went Colts on this one last week.
Yeah, we had to have.
Yep. All Colts.
Yeah, yep. I mean that's a given. Colts right now are
they're the best team in the league right now.
They're the best team in the league. The number 1 scoring offense in the league. I mean, this team is
Jonathan Taylor MVP this year.
Yeah, I mean he's on pace to do. I think I said 20.
He's on pace
2,700 yards this year.
He's on pace to do what LT did when he won MVP, and LT had 8 3-touchdown games, and he has 4 or. He had 6 and he is at 4 right now.
Yeah, like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but, Jonathan Taylor's going fucking nuts this year. I don't think anyone would have guessed him to do this good.
And on top of that, Danny Dimes, old Daniel Jones, 272 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. This guy, I mean, arguably you can say he's up for MVP contention this year, coming off from the Giants where he didn't really do shit, and all of a sudden he goes there and he looks like a fucking superstar.
Well, I seen a stat that showed Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold's stats with the teams they got drafted by, and then where they're at now, it's like it's not the young talent, it's just where they went.
Yeah.
And 100%. But continue.
Jonathan Taylor, 153 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, like I said.
And 1 receiving.
I think he's on pace for fucking 2,800 yards rushing this year. Something crazy. Insane. Like he's going to blow Barkley and fucking Henry out of the water compared to what they did last year.
And put away, if the Colts keep it going this year, They're going to be a very hard team to beat in the postseason.
That's the one that I'm worried about. Honestly, it's usually Buffalo or Baltimore. As in the AFC, as a Chiefs fan, I'm usually worried about either Buffalo or Baltimore.
Yeah,
but right now, it's the Colts.
The Indy's line is everything's cooking for Indy right now.
So if they can keep going this way, they are going to be the biggest challenge against the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl this year. Because right now, I still have my money on the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. But like right now, the Colts, they're the scary looking ones. Titans, Cam Ward, 259 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Spears, 59 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. And Dyke, I think that's how I pronounce it, 93 yards receiving. Not a whole lot. Next game, I did watch this whole game. I was really rooting on the fucking Steelers in this one. How do we pick this one? Packers, Steelers.
I picked Steelers.
We all went Steelers.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I thought, that might have been just, I wanted to see Aaron Rodgers go back and defeat that team and fucking just be the next guy to defeat every team in the NFL.
Yep, I was hoping for it.
Yeah, and it started out really good at that first half, but the second half, it just kind of fell off. Packers 35, Steelers 25. Jordan Love 360 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. It's a fucking hell of a game for him.
It was.
Wilson 61 yards rushing, and Tucker Kraft. I mean, this guy is probably the best tight end in the league this year.
2 touchdowns. Yeah, he
2 touchdowns, 143 yards receiving. Like Tucker Kraft is fucking balling out this week, and actually. Thank God Chase actually switched his lineup in fantasy this week and put Love in, and because he had Kraft, every time they fucking met up, he was getting double the fucking point.
Oh, that's smart.
So like he ended up fucking stomping Rob this week.
Damn.
Like Rob got shit all over this week by Chase.
Yeah, Rob shit.
Yeah. Rodgers 219 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Warren 62 yards rushing, and Wilson 74 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. So not a bad showing from the Steelers, but it just wasn't enough. That defense of the Packers is legit.
Yeah, it's a good defense. They're not as talented as everyone thinks they are, but they're a solid defense, and they have broken links in the chain that you can expose when you know who you're playing against and how to do it.
My question is, how do you guys feel about the Steelers uniforms this week?
It looked fucking retarded.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You should have just went with the normal black, and it would have been great, and it would have been awesome. But you went with the fucking.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. We can't get into this.
I gotta hear Jason's opinion on this.
Jason, you can already tell on his face.
It was dog shit. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck those were. All right, so the last game that I'm going to cover this week
no one cares.
My favorite game of the week, which was Monday Night Football. People do care. That's why I'm wearing this jersey right now. This game was tough. Like the first quarter was real tough.
It was 0-0. Yeah.
It was 0-0, and they just kept on fucking turning the ball over back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, what the fuck? But luckily after the half, they scored 7 points before the half, but luckily after the half, the Chiefs came out. Patrick Mahomes did Patrick Mahomes things, and like you said, he didn't do very good, motherfucker. I'll punch you. Patrick Mahomes. All right, anyways, Chiefs 28, Commanders 7. I repeat that, Chiefs 28, Commanders 7. That Chiefs defense stepped up. You know what the Commanders didn't do? They didn't step up.
We have to make picks. Hurry the fuck up with your stats.
Mahomes, who you said didn't have a good game, 299 yards passing, 3 touchdowns.
More than I thought. I knew he had 3 touchdowns.
He went, and that doesn't even include his rushing yards because he did rush quite a few times.
31 yards. He has 31 yards rushing.
Pacheco, 58 yards rushing.
Their running backs are not doing a lot of rushing this year at all.
No. Kelsey.
Which 99 yards.
99 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Kelsey is having a good fucking year so far.
He started at the beginning, it was slow. He turned it on. So yes, he's having a good year. Yeah.
Kareem Hunt had 2 touchdowns. One of them was a receiving touchdown. So he had a rushing touchdown and a receiving. Kareem Hunt seems to be coming out to be their number 1 fucking running back right now.
Yeah. Well, they use
compared to the Commanders, Mariota, 213 yards passing, 1 touchdown. And then yeah, it wasn't bad. And McNichols, 64 yards receiving.
That's a tough defense to run against.
Yeah. The Chiefs, their defense is legit this year. They always are. That's not a surprise. The Chiefs, Spagnuolo, turns out he can somehow take a rookie and turn them into a fucking superstar. Like their defenses are always fantastic. And that's one thing I have to say. Right now, the Lions, if you're smart, go to the Titans, give up like a 6th or 7th round pick and get L'Jarius Sneed, because when he was with fucking Kansas City, he was a shutdown corner. He didn't give up shit. And you could probably get him off him for get him from them for a 6 to 7 round pick right now, and we could use that depth in the secondary. That's all I have to say about that, because Spagnuolo creates some of the best defensive players in the league, and they always move on. Good evening, fellas. Lions football is back this week. I am curious to know how excited you guys are about the Vikings coming to town after a beatdown on Thursday night. 2 weeks to prepare for this game. The Lions, how do you see the game going? Honestly, it's
gonna be an interesting game. It's a division game. We always play them tough. It's gonna be something to really. I don't know. It's gonna be a game.
It's gonna be a game, but I think we're gonna run away with this one. To be honest,
but Justin would love to get into that more with you, but we do have to make our picks. It is 8 o'clock.
It is 8 o'clock, but I do want to make a point on that real quick. Yes, good. He also agrees with my deal for Snead. That would be a fucking great call out. But I honestly think the Lions run away with this one. JJ McCarthy's going to have to start this one. He hasn't had a lot of experience starting games yet. And
Jay Jettas always plays us tough.
Yeah, he does. But that secondary, even we're getting some pieces back. Terry and Arnold practice this week.
Brian Branch back. We'll be
Brian Branch is going to be back. We're going to be fine. I think the Lions win this one by at least 15 points, to be honest. That's all I have to say about that. We'll move on to our picks for this next week. So, yeah, I agree with you right there. Even more than 15 points. I said at least by 15 points, but good call, Scott. Like, it's going to be a stomping.
All right. With that, week 9 of the National Football League season will start on Thursday night when Baltimore will travel to Miami. It's Ravens and the Dolphins.
Baltimore. Lamar's supposed to be back this week, so.
I am going Miami.
Ooh, he's hoping they can ride another one. Okay.
Hopefully, but Lamar's supposed to be back.
I was getting the game on him. I got this.
Fuck him. Okay. All right. Here are this week's early games, starting with San Francisco playing the New York Giants.
I got the 49ers.
I got the 49ers too. If, Scatterboo didn't get hurt, I had to pick the Giants, but I'm going to go 49ers.
I, too, am going 49ers. The Tennessee Titans will be hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Going Chargers on this.
Me too.
Yeah, Chargers. They're playing hot right now.
And Tennessee's not very hot.
The game we just alluded to, the Minnesota Vikings are coming to Motown. The Detroit Lions hosting the Vikings. Detroit?
Lions.
Detroit. I don't like this next game. I do not like this next game.
I do. I'm going to pick the Patriots. Before you even call it out, I'm telling you, I'm picking the Patriots.
Okay.
Drake May's been fucking – Patriots are back.
Patriots hosting the Falcons. Eric, where are you going?
I'm going the Patriots. They've been playing very good. I'm going to just continue with that train.
Which way did you go, Jason?
I'm going to Atlanta.
Oh, we're going to get one on him.
Maybe.
Yeah, but every once in a while he snakes one in. But I have a feeling down there at the bottom he's going to pick opposite of us.
Yeah, I know I am. Okay. Indianapolis Colts will be in Pittsburgh to play the Steelers.
This is a tough game.
I'm going Colts still.
I'm going to go Colts, but it's a tough game. I think it's going to be closer than what I think it's going to be.
Pittsburgh's going to be tough, but I don't know. Colts are they're playing hot.
I think Rodgers is going to be pissed he lost last week, and I think he's going to come out with a fucking chip on his shoulder. But I'm still picking Colts, but I think it's going to be a tough fucking game. And every time I say this and I pick the opposite team, I'm fucked.
I'm going Indy here.
Okay, smart move.
Houston Texans are hosting the Denver Broncos.
I'm surprised you didn't do the stats of the Texans games because C.J. Stroud threw for 300 yards, but I'm going to take...
I ran out of paper.
Well, there's two sides to this. We went over this last fucking week.
I only have the ability to write on one side.
Okay, Down syndrome Clifford, but I'm going to go Denver.
Fuck off, man.
I love you.
Tim, where you go?
What game I'm picking Denver.
Yeah, Denver and Texans.
Denver's hot right now. That's a tough team.
The
defense is legit.
Who'd you pick, Jason? Denver?
Yes, okay. I did. The Chicago Bears will be in Cincinnati to play the Bengals.
This is another tough one because
Jason, who you picking?
Is Flacco going to go off?
I hate to say it, but I'm going to go the Bears again here.
All right. Tim, who's your pick?
I'm going to pick the Bengals.
I'm going Bengals. I feel like they're going to come back. Is it in Cincy?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to take Cincy.
I think Flacco's going to have a bounce back game.
All right. Green Bay Packers hosting the Carolina Panthers.
Packers.
And I know you're picking Panthers.
No, I'm not.
Really? You're not? You're not going against your team?
He's got to make up some ground.
Jason.
I have to make up.
Somebody from the Panthers organization is watching right now, knowing that you're a Panthers fan and you're picking against them.
It's Packers. They're a good team.
They are a good team. They have a legit defense.
Don't let them persuade you. You pick the right team.
No, I'm going Green Bay on that. Okay, the late games. New Orleans Saints will be in Los Angeles to play the Rams.
You know, this is one right here that I really think that the Rams are going to win.
You got Jason.
Rams. Damn you, Tim. The way you were setting that up, I was about ready to write NO for New Orleans, but okay. Las Vegas Raiders hosting Jacksonville.
Who
are you picking, Jason?
I think I'm going to go Raiders on this, Eric.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Raiders too because Jacksonville's not looking good.
Jacksonville's got some weapons down there, and the Raiders have not been very good at all.
Yeah, but they might have a bounce back game, but
bounce back after 3 losses?
Okay.
They're due one anyways. I'm going to go Jacksonville, though.
Right.
Probably the main event in terms of week 9. We'll see.
This is a fucking game right here, bro. Announce it.
The Buffalo Bills hosting the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, it's in Buffalo? Buffalo.
This is
Josh Allen's going to do Josh Allen things against Patrick Mahomes.
Josh Allen hasn't done Josh Allen things in about 4 weeks.
And
I'm a Josh Allen fan.
He had 3 touchdowns last
Yeah, not a lot of fucking yards.
He had 3 touchdowns.
This is going to be a really close fucking game. Either way you put it, it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be a shootout. I'm going to go Chiefs.
Yeah, we already knew that.
I'm going Buffalo.
Yep.
I just think Patrick Mahomes is playing on a different level right now.
We got one on him. We got one on him.
I would normally pick Buffalo in the regular season. In the postseason, I'd always pick the Chiefs because Mahomes is Allen's kryptonite in the postseason. But Kansas City's playing on a different level with all those weapons they have right now. I definitely 100% going Chiefs.
Okay, next game.
Sunday Night Football sees the Washington Commanders hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm surprised this one doesn't get flexed out.
I'm going Seattle.
You should swap those two, Chiefs and Bills, to Sunday Night Football, and put the Seahawks and Commanders down there.
You should, but that might be a good game though. But I'm gonna take Seattle.
I'm gonna take Seattle. It's hard to tell because I'm taking Seattle.
Just depends on if Jane Daniels is back. That's what I'm worried about. But I think Seattle's just playing better. Who you got, Jason?
Seattle.
Yeah.
Let's get to that Monday night game.
All right, Monday Night Football this week. In week 9, we'll see the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm going Cowboys.
Cowboys didn't have a bad game last week, but they played a really good team.
They did. And Arizona is an okay team.
I'm going to pick Dallas, even though I don't like Dallas.
I just think their offense is really fucking good.
Who you got, Jason?
I got to go Dallas on this as much as I don't want to. But we're getting later in the season now.
You gotta be smart.
Yeah. So I too am going to go Dallas on this. I fucking hate the Cowboys. They are the evil empire of the National Football League, in my view.
100%.
They are the New York Yankees of the New York or of the NFL. So, God damn it! But I gotta pick smart, not with heart. So here we go. It'll be Dallas for sure.
Well,
although it would not break my heart any if Arizona found a way to embarrass them on national TV on Monday night.
That'd be great.
I still think they're going to be a wild card team this year. Dallas is what I'm saying. I think they're going to win just enough to get in the wild. They'll lose in the wild card weekend. You know what I mean? But I think they're going to be a wild card team.
Could very well be.
All right, let's wrap this shit up. I got.
Well, we certainly appreciate everybody who tuned in here live with us. tonight, and those who are joining us on demand on the RSS feed. I do realize, and I need to make mention of this, last week's episode did not show up on the RSS feed because Riverside decided to fuck me personally. When I went back to...
We were live the whole time. It was beautiful.
It was. My audio, my video, my file on this was non-existent in post. Like, when I went back to do it, I'm like, where the fuck am I at? And it made no sense because you could hear Tim and Eric talking to literally nobody. You heard a lot of There was nothing happening on the other side. So if you missed last week, it is still available on our YouTube channel. Just look for the PFC Entertainment Network
and our
YouTube.
Facebook pages.
And our Facebook page. And if you have not done so already, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, tell your friends so we can get this bigger and bigger by each passing week.
Thank you to our 5 new followers this past week for joining our page and liking it.
Awesome.
More of you need to click that button because we're still at like fucking 80% of you that just view our stuff and do not actually follow our page. Thanks, Justin. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man.
And
really.
Go Lions, 100%.
Who tunes in, we certainly appreciate all of your support. And be sure to check out the online store, pfcstore.printify.me, pfcfall2025.printify.me. That has where all of our football jerseys that are available right now for one more week. They're going to be up.
Sheridan one.
And then we're going to, I don't know, the Eric Mendal one is pretty sweet too.
It is.
It
doesn't have Sheridan on it, so it's not gay.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Week, be awesome to yourselves and to each other. We'll see you next week right here on the Sports Reel podcast.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.
Go Chiefs.
Fuck them Chiefs.
Go Pistons.